What's up, world? This is Rob with Tanks Reviews. Today we are going to be looking at the Eufy Robovac 15T, which is by Anker. Eufy is Anker's subsidiary sister brand, and this is one of their newer Robovacs. Has a slimline profile, so that way you can get underneath furniture and things without getting caught. It also has boost technology, so it'll ramp up the suction power as needed, and it has touch controls. So let's go get right into this. See what we got here. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just chuck that to the side. Sorry about that, folks. Alright, let's see. We have a quick start cleaning guide, owner's manual, and limited warranty. Anker provides these vacuums with a 12-month warranty. Similarly to the iRobots and the Roombas, a lot of the Robo vacuums only come with a 1-year warranty. Seems like Anker is following in that process as well. Some people may be deterred by the 1-year warranty, but with Anker's customer service and their back end, I have full faith that this vacuum will last and keep on working. Alright, let's see what we have here. We have the Robovac. Now, I will admit, I have had this open previously. I was running it, see how well it worked before I did the review. Boxed it back up so everybody could see what you get when you open it. One thing I didn't have put back in was the remote. It does come with the remote. You have a cleaning tool. You have the brushes. These help guide everything into the center for suction. Let's see, we have a power cord. It is a barrel plug power cord, so it is not something that you could use with a portable battery pack or USB port. It is its own dedicated barrel plug, and it has this charging base that once you plug it in and set it, when this needs to be charged, it will find its way home, find its way to the charger and dock and charge itself. You also have a replacement filter and additional brush guides as well. I'm going to go ahead and put these back in here because there's already some in here. It also came with zip ties, so you could zip tie your wire, any wires that you have on the ground, zip tie them up out of the way. That way it doesn't get caught in this when it's vacuuming. You don't want any wires to get damaged or anything. I'll go ahead and put this aside. Now let's talk about this vacuum here. It says switch on before use. On the very bottom, there is a power on off switch. This switch here has a plastic cover over it. It's a dust cover, so debris doesn't get in there and damage the switch. Now I mentioned we had these little brush rollers. These brush rollers clip on right here. Once you get them lined up, give them a firm press down, and they'll line up. This guard here, this right here, this front half of the vacuum, you see me pushing it down, is a bump sensor. So depending on where it gets bumped, it'll tell the vacuum which way to go. Also, I've noticed a lot of people had issues with some vacuums going in circles. It's just their bump guards get stuck. Just when you look at it, give it a thorough cleaning. Make sure that nothing is stuck. No part of it is jammed up or anything. On the bottom side here, you have the front cantilever wheel. This allows it to spin and rotate whichever direction. If this ever gets jammed up, you could easily pop this out. In the older models, when they first came out with these were non-removable. But in this model and all the models that are on the market now, the future ones that are coming out as well, these are able to pop off. These wheels here, they're like little treads, little tank treads, so to speak. This allows the Robovac to grip carpet, tile, vinyl, linoleum, any type of flooring you may have. This is able to traverse over. One thing I will say, try not to use this in high pile carpet. On low pile carpet, it's fine, but high pile carpet, it'll work a lot harder, and it's gonna move a lot slower because of the style of the carpet. Even regular vacuums have trouble vacuuming certain high pile carpets. Robo vacuums especially, because of the nature of that they're automatically done without any manual pressure control from anybody. On the top here is touch controls. On some of the Robovacs, they have a full glass top. I'm not sure if this is a full glass top, but I do know here is glass, and we do have touch controls. Let me go ahead and hit the power switch. You see everything lights up. Now this one here is to return to the charging base. This one here is so it'll clean in a spiral outward. This one here is when you hit, basically it's like a play stop. You hit this and then it'll automatically start cleaning. You can control the different types of cleaning with the use of the remote here. You also have suction power. You could choose to do automatic for the suction power, let it adjust on its own, or you could do boost IQ or maximum suction. Here you could control the directions of the vacuum. I'll show you this later on. This button here is similar to the one that's on top that allows it to do spot cleaning. This one here is edge to edge cleaning. And then this one is a 30-minute timer. So it'll clean for 30 minutes and then find its way back to the dock. You could set different times to program it to vacuum at certain times. As well as say, I only want to vacuum at this time for so long. You could program it to do that. And again, on the remote there's also a plug, so you could send it back to the charging base on its own from this. Now this vacuum has a dust basin here on the bottom. Sorry, I have a cat here coming out of this. This is a larger dust basin. You see I've already used it. This dust basin allows you to vacuum longer between cleaning without having to empty it. And again, if you need to empty it, pick it up, you literally just press the button and empty it out. And one of those HEPA filters that it comes with, it's right here on top of this. So, and whenever that needs replacement, you're able to replace it. It comes with an extra one. Those are generally good 3 to 6 months before they need replacement. Of course, if you have a very dusty house or there's a lot of detritus, dead skin, things like that, that's in your underground and your carpets, your dust filter may get, dirty faster. You can easily take these out, bring them outside, and, bang them against something to clean them off a little bit. But they are recommended to be replaced. This, you could also run, this whole basin, you could run under the faucet, give it a quick rinse off and clean. Of course, let it dry fully before you try to use it to vacuum something. On the bottom here, you also see, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. This is the roller. This is what rolls, like most regular vacuums. This is the automatic roller here. It sucks everything in. So as this spins, it pulls everything in to the suction roller. The suction roller, in turn, pushes everything into the basin. So, I'm going to go ahead put that back. One of the things that I liked about this is it came with this tool to clean. You have a little brush here. You can brush the dust out of any area that needs to be brushed out of. Here you have a little comb. You can use the comb to rake through the bristles on the brush here. And you also have a little cutter. So if you get rope or anything tangled up, you can easily use this to cut it free. Now, one thing I do recommend when using this is after maybe 4 or 5 cleanings, pop these off. Just grab them by the little whisker hairs and pull straight up. Pop them off because occasionally you'll get hair or things that will wrap around this. And if it gets stuck, you can use this tool, just pop it up and cut it as needed. This way it doesn't damage anything. Alright. And again, you have your power button. These are your charging ports right here. This is your bump sensor. You got your brush whiskers here, your track wheels, and your dustpan on the back side. I'm going to go ahead and set this up on the floor so I give you guys a demonstration of how it works. Be right back. Alright folks, we're back. And I already have the Eufy vacuum set up on the charging base. And that's our puppy Ginger. She may freak out, so keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. You see it coming off the base, establishing where it's going to go. And there it goes. It's going to start vacuuming. I have a section blocked off so it will vacuum and stay in frame of the camera for the most part. You'll see it hits the bumps and then it'll go around objects. And I figured since our carpet is white, fairly white, you'll be able to see all the debris from the dogs and the cat that's on the ground and how well of a job it's doing picking it up. See, the dog doesn't quite know what to make of the vacuum yet. I'm going to go ahead and control it right now. I'm going to set it to go to the left. Go to the right, go to the wall. There it goes. That's in bump mode, so it'll get around the wall. It's tracking along the edge now. Trying to establish, make sure it's getting everything. Does have its own random pattern sequence. So the way these Robovacs work is because this is one of the recent models. It doesn't have laser mapping. Eufy does have a couple of Robovacs that are coming out with laser mapping as well as a mop feature. But this one here, because it doesn't have that, so it runs on parallel tracks, it'll run on angles. It'll go any which way until it covers the whole area that it's vacuuming. Yes, it's kind of moving the charging base there because I'm trying to control it, and the dog was in the way. Do apologize about that. As you can see, it does a fairly good job of picking things up. Some of the larger things that are in the carpet that are a little embedded because of the dog and the cat is a little harder for it to pick up, but I'll just bump it up to max suction power and we'll see how it does. There it goes. Now it's picking up things that it missed before. You can hear how loud it got. This is standard suction right here. This is how loud as it gets. It's fairly quiet. This is boost IQ. And this is maximum. Still, again, very quiet compared to normal vacuums. And there's Kitty. She's going to run out of the view now because she doesn't like the vacuum. I'm going to go ahead and let this run its course. As you can see, it does a fairly good job of tracking and covering the area that it's set to vacuum. One thing I will say, in a larger, more open space, the vacuum path is more sporadic. I was controlling it for a little bit with the remote, just so you know that if you're sitting on the chair and you see it vacuuming, and you're like, oh, it missed a spot, and it's missed it multiple times, which could happen, you could always use the remote and direct it in that direction. I'm going to go ahead and set it to go to the right now. There we go. Now it's going to track and go where it needs to go. Now this vacuum also has a spot clean mode where it'll clean from the center onward. It'll spin. I'm going to go ahead and set it to do that in 1 second. I'm going to direct it towards the middle. And I'm going to set it now. So what this does is it'll spin in a circle, and the circle will get larger, progressively larger as it goes around. Now you could also do edge cleaning mode, which I'm going to go ahead and set it to edge cleaning mode. So it'll go around until it finds the edge of the wall, like the room. Once it finds it, it'll track along the edge. Generally it will always go towards the right of the edging of the room. And it'll turn into the wall as it goes along, as it's tracking, to make sure it gets all the debris that's along the edge of the room. And it'll start coming around on the camera there. You'll see it tracking along the edge of the room. It went around the base because it senses the base and it doesn't need to be charged just yet. I'm going to go ahead and control it to have it go back that way. Set it back to auto, take it off the edge so I can control it a little better. Alright, I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop it and set it go back to the base. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna track and try to line itself up with the base as it returns. This way it'll charge itself. When you set this up, you want to leave at least 3 foot clearing all around the base, because it may move the base when it's coming back to dock, and it may not line up properly the first time. In which case, it'll shift it, it'll dock itself briefly, and then undock itself and readjust. In this case, it docked the way it normally should. So that's the way it's going to be. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pause the video real quick. Alright, I'm going to have my wife demonstrate what's in the dust basin. Go ahead. My wife, Stephanie. I'm going to show how easy it is to pull the base out. Watch out, Ginger. Yep. You're not on camera. Alright. She's going to open it up and show you on camera what we have. That's how much it collected in the little bit of time it was vacuuming. So it pulled up quite a bit of cat hair and dog hair and other debris as well. Effectively, this vacuum does a great job of vacuuming, and if you're looking to get a Robovac, I would highly recommend it. So if you're looking for it, it is the Eufy Robovac 15T. It is available at Walmart right now for $198.99 and also on Amazon. Let me see real quick. Yes, $199.99 on Walmart.com. And currently has a 5-star rating. It is one of the newer vacuums. It's also on Amazon for $189.99. So if you're in the market, I'd recommend jumping on it, especially with Prime Day. You may be able to get it a little bit cheaper. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and a like, and I'd appreciate a subscribe. Thank you, and you guys have a great day.